Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our show. It's the Aqib and Rahul Show, and we have three questions for you. It's all pro Man United versus pro Chelsea. We will try to be as objective as we can, but you have to understand we are biased at heart. So here we go, ma'am. Here we go. Let's start. What's the first question? So who do you think is the better left back, Luke Shaw or Ben Chilwell? Aqib, you start.
Yep, I don't know what to say, man. I think Luke Shaw is probably one of the best left backs in the world right now. If you're talking about this season alone, he has created more chances than Messi. So if you think it in that perspective, and if you think it in Manchester United's terms, I mean, when was the last time we saw marauding fullbacks creating chances for our team? I don't even remember that. In the eras of Patrice Evra. Now I think we have finally replaced Patrice Evra with Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw has been absolutely in scintillating form this season in Europa League as well as Champions. Even in the Champions League, he did really well. And the Premier League, I think, I don't know what to say, but there would be people who's going to be like, Bruno Fernandes deserves our Player of the Month award, but I think he has a shot as well. Luke Shaw would definitely be in the reckoning to be our Player of the Year, and I think he's definitely the best left back in the league. And if you're talking about Ben Chilwell, Ben Chilwell has done well, but after his signing of 50 million from Leicester, I don't think it has been an obvious hit, because if you look at his if you look at his performance, and even in his Leicester days, we saw that wingers who are actually really fast do get the better out of Ben Chilwell, because Ben Chilwell is not a fantastic defender, as we all know. And even when he started as a Chelsea player, at left back, I don't think he absolutely performed to the way that Chelsea fans would want. However, after moving to the left wing back position, I think he's looked more solid, because I think he's more of an attacking left back. But having said that, I think Marquez Alonso is a better left wing back. So I don't think, if I was Chelsea, I wouldn't even have him in the team. I would have Marcus Alonso over Ben Chilwell any day of the week. And Luke Shaw is definitely, not only is it the best left back in the league, he's the best left back in the world currently. And there is, and this is not a biased Manchester United fan saying, because you know what? I'm not a Luke Shaw fan, and it might sound sour grapes or anything like that, but that's the truth. I've never really admired him since we all started, but this season he's been absolutely brilliant. So Luke Shaw for me.
So first of all, I would like to say I will be as unbiased, and when I say Luke Shaw overall has had the better season, but for me the better player is definitely Ben Chilwell. He's got more athleticism. He's got better attributes. And it's not true that he can't defend. He's been one of our best defenders. Even under Lampard, when he had no defense, it was just basically chaos. Luke Shaw and Thiago Silva and the goalkeeper Mendy were actually pretty very playing very well. And for system, we're playing. I would, ever since we moved to the back three, I would say that still Ben Chilwell has been amazing. He has been. He gets, like, if you see the West Brom game when we conceded 5, everything came down Alonso's flank, and Ben Chilwell has been very crucial for us in terms of keeping clean sheets as well, going up and down, playing so well in both legs against Real Madrid, playing so well against Atletico Madrid, playing so well against Porto as well, scoring that solo goal. He has been absolutely immense for us, and I think the sky's the limit. He's so young as well, 23, 24 years old, and I think it's a true. It's an expensive 50 million, but I think it's a good signing. And for me, the better season Luke Shaw is having, but for me, the better player is Ben Chilwell. So that's my answer for the question. And yeah, which manager will? Okay, so I'll answer this first. Which manager will last longer? So this is an unfair question because every Chelsea manager doesn't last that long, maximum of 1.5, 2 years. So Logically speaking, obviously Ole will probably last longer. That being said, I think Tuchel will be more successful. I think Tuchel could win two trophies this season, the FA Cup and the UCL, and then next season he will be absolutely, he has to challenge for the league with the team we have, and maybe another striker he will get in the summer, and another pivot. So he will get exactly what he asks for. Maybe not the exact players, but the profile he's looking for, he'll get, and 100% he will have to challenge. But for now, right now, the better manager is Tuchel. There is no question. Ole is good. I like Ole, and I'm not one of those Ole outers. I've said from the start that Ole will definitely make Man United a better team and improve them. But I don't think he's the guy to take them to the league title or to the UCL title. That's not Ole. Ole is a builder. Tuchel is from now. He's one of the world's best managers. Ole is an up and coming manager who's good. Who's very good. Who's doing well. Uh, um, just on the basis of who will last longer, Ole probably, because Man United are going to be patient with him and they're not going to sack him, because even if he does badly, there were situations where he did badly where the fans wanted him out, but they stuck with him. Where if it gets that bad for Chelsea, then Tuchel might be sacked. That's just the reality. So in Ole will probably last longer, but the better manager is Tuchel. Akib?
Yeah, but I normally don't agree with you more often than not, but I concur with most of the things you said. Whenever we talk about Ole, he's actually brought us a stability that we did not have before Ole came into the picture. We are talking about being in the Champions Leagues every season. That is what Glazers want, which should actually not be the case. We should be mounting our title challenge next season. But the question is, even if he doesn't, do I really see him go? No, I don't. I think Ole is like, and Ole is not even one of the most paid managers in the league. So that could be another reason for the Glazers, because all they think about is keeping money in their pockets. So I agree that Ole would probably last long, and Tuchel will definitely be a more successful manager this season. I hope he wins the UCL, because, as you know, I normally don't like Chelsea. I despise Chelsea, but I don't want Man City to have a European title to their name. That would be awful for United fans. So I'm absolutely no doubts about it. I think Tuchel could go after 2 seasons, but he's going to do a lot more damage in terms of winning titles in for Chelsea than I see Ole doing it. So I would still say Tuchel will go the earliest. Ole might last longer and still might not win anything, even though I want him to win. But with the Glazers and stuff, I don't see Glazers helping Ole to win. So the only thing Glazers are going to do is they're not going to help Ole to win. So it's just basically they're going to keep Ole in the job.
Yeah, I agree.
For
I agree. So, which team has a better chance of winning the UCL or UEL final, United or Chelsea? Well, of course, we are facing Man City, which means that they are right now. Man City are. We have to be honest. They are probably top three teams in the world. I think the best team still Bayern are the best team in the world. After them is probably Man City, and so obviously they are favorites. And Manchester United are facing Villarreal. Villarreal are a good team. Make no mistake about it. But we fancy Manchester United. I mean, they have this whole hurdle about not getting over the line, not being. They had that whole thing about Ole not being making past the semifinals. He's made past the semifinals, and he has to win the trophy just because of the feeling. They need to feel like they are winning, and I feel like it's easier for them. However, that being said, there's this pressure, like I said, on Ole to win now, and on Man City as well, because Man City has not won the UCL. So they are under a lot of pressure. They have to perform. They're the favorites. And in the last two games, Chelsea have beaten Man City. So they are expected to win. They're the best team in the country. They're the favorites in terms of odds as well, which kind of works in our favor, and that could also work in Villarreal's favor. But I think the difference between Chelsea and Man City is not as big as Man United and Villarreal. Man United are a better team than Villarreal. Let's face it, they are a much better team. Man City are better, but not by a huge stretch. So Manchester United are definitely more likely to win. That being said, you never know. It's a final. You never know. It's a final. Anything can happen. A Man United player could get sent off. Anything can happen. You never know. So to answer the question, definitely Manchester United are more likely to win. But I don't know. I feel like both Manchester United and Chelsea will win their respective finals. What do you think, Aqib?
Yeah, but on paper, Manchester United definitely have a better chance of winning the Europa League than Chelsea winning the UCL. Whenever we talk about Manchester United, I think if Martial would have scored that goal against PSG, we could have been in the. I'm not saying we would have been in the finals, but I can guarantee you we would have definitely been in the semifinals. Probably lost in the semifinals, but
What?
we would definitely be in the semifinals. If you talk about Villarreal, the thing is the only negative point that I think would come into Manchester United's, and it could be a hurdle for Manchester United, is Unai Emery. He's like a serial winner of. He's like, when if you just imagine, he's like Sevilla basically. So whenever we're talking about Unai Emery, we talk about Sevilla. So what
Yeah.
happens is, whenever we associate the Europa League, we talk about him and him only. I mean, Unai Emery just
He's an
finds a way
expert.
of winning. So I hope this will not be the case. Having said that, they have this player called Chukwueze. If he misses out, I think Manchester United definitely have a better shot. Even though I think Harry Maguire might not make it either, but Manchester United definitely have a better chance of winning the Europa League, and I think Ole could shut down his naysayers.
Better.
And
Yeah.
talking about Tuchel and the Pep rivalry, or rivalry that could start now. The fact that Tuchel has managed to beat Pep twice, I don't think he can do it twice. I personally don't think it's possible because Pep will definitely find a way to counter the way Chelsea play. I don't see them winning three on the bounce against one of the best teams. And I think on paper, I think Man City is a better team than Bayern. If you look at Bayern team, if you take away the likes of Gnabry and Lewandowski, you see that they are not as good of a team as they are. But if you think about Man City, they don't have two strikers. They don't have any striker. And still, man, my goodness, man, what a fantastic team Man City is. So it's, for me, it's Man City all the way, unless Chelsea can do the same counter-attacking bit and then score a goal. But I don't see them using the same tactics to beat uh, Pep Guardiola thrice. So I think it's a City win. But having said that, games are actually not won on paper. So
Yeah. I agree. I think City are favorites, but I think we have a chance. And if you look at the two games we faced, we didn't play counterattack. We dominated them, and that which was the surprising and shocking part. Largely down to Kante because he was winning everything in midfield.
yeah, he was.
But you're right, Pep will definitely come up with something. But what I am hoping for is sometimes Pep comes up with overthinks in the Champions League, and he does something that makes the players uncomfortable, even though he thinks that it might work, and that could work again. And I have a feeling that he might try something little bit different. Um, it will be so interesting. I'm expecting a good tactical match, and that's good. That's what's gonna. I'm not expecting a high scoring match. I don't think it'll be like that. It might go to
Could be a scrappy
penalties.
1-0. I think it will be
Huh?
a scrappy 1-0.
Yeah, scrappy 1-0, 2-1, something like that. 1-1
Yeah,
penalties.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. But it'll be exciting. I think both finals will be exciting because, like you said, with Villarreal, you cannot underestimate Unai Emery, and that's
yeah.
squad value, transfer market, player for player. Manchester United are better, but
Yes,
Unai Emery is an
have to be.
expert. And last season,
Have to
say,
be.
Man United lost to Sevilla, and Inter Milan, who went to the final, lost to Sevilla. Inter
Yeah,
won the
exactly.
Scudetto, and they're a better team than Sevilla, but they lost. It can happen. Anything can happen. So, and Spanish teams, they're good in finals. Spanish teams don't usually lose finals in these
Mm.
European. So it'll be very interesting. But I definitely expect Manchester United to get through, and I'm hoping Chelsea win the second UCL.
Yeah, I hope not. I hope Manchester United do win, and then Chelsea. Yeah, my bad. Sorry, I hope
You-
Chelsea win as well. Yes, money.
yeah.
My bad. I think Chelsea and Manchester United both win. And I don't want Chelsea to win, but when it comes when it's actually put me in a hard or a rock place. I don't know which one to decide. I would just probably hope Chelsea wins, and I'm not going to support them or anything like that because that's something I cannot do. But I just want Chelsea to win.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, guys, this was our show for this week. Three questions. Let us know what you think. Who will win the UCL? Who will win the UEL? Who's the better manager? Who will last longer, Ole or Tuchel? Who's the better left back, Chilwell or Luke Shaw? Let us know in the comment section. Thank you, guys. Until
Thank
next
you,
time.
guys. Ciao.